Okay, so tell me your name first, man, real quick.
My name is Carmelo Alvarez.
And tell me what was the group that you founded, or what was the youth center? What was that?
In 1983, I opened a youth center, and it turned out to be a hip-hop youth center. I originally wanted to open a performing arts academy because my background is in theater. I started tap dancing when I was 15 years old with Chester Whitmore, who was a protege of the Nicholas brothers, and he trained with Faye Nicholas. And he took me over to Inner City Cultural Center and introduced me to Faye Nicholas, and they taught me the moves. So from the age of 15 till my 20s, I did tap dancing, ragtime dancing. I did theater at Inner City Cultural Center. So turned my life around. So me seeing all the kids out here on the street, I said, there's no space. Like, there's no space. I have to go to Hollywood to take classes to do theater, but where's the theaters in our community? So I was inspired by Bernard Jackson, who opened Inner City, which came out of the Watts riots. So I'm coming out of, the 70s movement, and I'm noticing there's no cultural spaces in our community. So that's why I love places like this, because I come here and I see the graffiti art, I see all the art, on the walls, the gallery, and plus it's a space to organize. Because in our community, we can't just have an art center, we gotta be political. Like, that's sad, because just because I am who I am, I can't just be an artist. I have to be political. So when
So what year was that again?
this was in 83.
83.
Yeah, so then
and what was it called?
It was called Youth Break Center, but since they filmed the movie Breaking there, and they painted on the wall Radio-Tron, right? And the kids, they wanted to name it Radio-Tron. We want Radio. I go, no, it's Youth Break Center Incorporated. They go, no, we want Radio-Tron. So I wrote a letter to the film company, Canon, and I go, do I have your permission to use the name Radio-Tron? Because the kids, they love that. So they wrote me a letter back saying, we give you permission to use the name Radio-Tron for the benefit of community youth.
Right.
And that was 37 years ago.
Right.
And that's what we're celebrating this Saturday, the 37th
So-
anniversary of Radio-Tron Youth Break Center, Hip Hop Youth Center.
Right. So what movie was filmed there?
The first movie was Breakin'.
Breakin'.
And Breakin' was about a club called Radio Club, where Ice-T and the Glove and Breakers and Poppers, that was like kind of like the birthplace of West Coast hip hop.
Right.
And it was an after hours club every Friday from 11 till 5 in the morning. And that was Radio Club. So they made the movie around Radio Club and the real people that went there.
Right.
I didn't have any idea. My thing was Performing Arts Center, after school youth programs. I wasn't into like the club.
Well, I got somebody who was there, though. I got somebody who was there at 12, 13 years old, man.
Yeah.
How old were you when you went to that?
I was 12 years old in 1983, and I went to the Radio-Tron from 83 to 85.
Nice.
And I was fresh in LA. I was in LA for 2 years. I came from New York, where the hip hop was already big.
Yes.
So when I came to LA, there was like no hip hop.
That's true.
But then I learned about, in 2 years of being in LA, and by the time 83 comes, I hear about this place, and I'm up there every day.
Yep.
I'm up there every weekend.
Yep.
I'm up there I'm like, wow, this is like it felt like New York, because there really was no hip hop in LA.
Yeah.
So that's and I think the movie Breakin' came out because Beat Street had already came out, which was the East Coast version.
No, they were fighting. They were in competition.
But Beat Street came out first.
No, they were trying to beat Breaking. I just read about it today. The producers were trying to beat that. Like,
But they didn't. They didn't.
Yeah.
If you could look, maybe someone could fact check me on this. I believe Beat Street came out in 84 and Breakin' came out in 85. What do you think?
No, it was Breaking came out in 84, and then shortly after Beat Street came out after that.
So you're saying Breaking,
Yes.
the LA movie
Yeah,
came
because
out.
I just read an article today, and
Okay.
the producers, they knew that Beat Street was coming out, so they rushed it, they pushed it, and then it came out. And then Electric Boogaloo Breaking 2 came out
in
in
85.
85, and they rushed that too, because Breaking was like so successful. It was a low budget film, it cost under $2 million, and in the first year it made like $38 million.
Yeah, people like me went to the movie theater
You
to
know-
watch it because we were just so obsessed with hip hop. And we're watching hip hop on the big screen for the first time ever.
Who else was there? I know a lot of people came out of that.
Well, you know Mellow Man Ace, who was here today?
Yeah, Mellow Man.
He used to go there.
Okay.
So the kids that were the regular everyday kids was Mr. Animation, it was Little Caesar and the Air Force crew. A lot of the graffiti writers, like whether it's from the south side, east side, west side, they came from all around. Soon was one of the guys that painted, in front of the Radio-Tron. But also K2S came out of that, one of the premier graffiti art crews. Kids were leading gangs. Like K2S was like 5 guys from 5 different gangs, and they came together and they formed a crew, K2S. And now some of them have exhibited, even like at LACMA, at the Getty, at Mocha. Some of them have like representatives, and they sell their art. So
And
some
it
of them
was-
came out of there,
It was black and brown.
It was black, brown, Asian, and then a sprinkle of a few white guys in there.
All right.
It wasn't like when I open a center, I'm not thinking I'm opening a Latino center.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm opening a center where kids can learn to dance, make music, do art. Because when I met Chester Whitmore, I didn't see him as an African American. I saw him as a guy that's inviting me to go tap dance. And in fact, we've known each other for 50 years. And I barely found out he's black. Because he made a joke.
right,
He made
so-
like a black joke. And I go, Chester, I didn't know these years. Because we never treated each other that way.
Right.
Like those kids playing. That guy was right. To them, they're not seeing each other like, I'm brown and you're black. They're hustling out there in the street, playing
Right.
around together. See, we don't think that way. So when I opened the Radio-Tron, I didn't think this is for Latino kids. I just think this is for anybody that wants to learn how to dance.
Everyone
how to-
wanted.
So tell me some more of the famous people that came through there, because I was at a concert one time and will.i.am was there, and so did the Black Eyed Peas? Did they ever go
Okay,
to?
so after I opened Radio-Tron,
Right.
I opened another center called Peace and Justice Center.
Yeah.
And Lucas was there.
What was you doing at the Youth and Justice Center?
I was up
Peace and
there.
Justice.
Peace and
I was
Justice.
just soaking all up the whole vibe. I was soaking up the knowledge, the information. I was part of the Brown Berets when I ended up going there.
But some of the bands were like
And then,
Black Eyed Peas was there.
So before Black Eyed Peas, he was the Bantam Clan.
Okay.
Bantam Clan. So that's how he started.
Yeah. And then
So-
we had also
And then-
Motely, the band
Also
also
Motely.
Motely with Charlie Tuna and Cut Chemis.
They came out of there
They
too.
came out of they formed out of Peace and Justice.
Okay.
But I met Will Dog actually at Radio-Tron because his mother dropped him off when he was 11 years old. Because on the summer, I had summer 50 cents from 11 in the morning to 7 at night. So a lot of the moms, like for 50 cents, they send the kid there,
50 cent babysitting for 50 cent.
Where are you gonna find that?
Right.
50 cents, right? And if you didn't have the 50 cents, I didn't say, oh, you can't come in,
Right.
So Will Dog, he went there when he was 11 years old, and then later he formed a band, also Motely, at the Peace and Justice Center, and that's where Cut Chemis and Charlie Tuna was the main MC. Also, I had the band War practicing there.
Oh, Lonnie.
Yeah, so we had War at the Peace and Justice Center.
Yes,
That was the
indeed.
last concert there. So we had like Black Eyed Peas, Dilated People. We had Jurassic 5.
Right.
We
Jurassic
had,
5 was came out of there too.
they really came out of the good life.
Crenshaw.
Yeah, they came out of
Right.
the good life, but they used to go there for the open mics and for the shows because
Okay.
we had a 3-story building like this, but it was 3 stories. So the top floor was a commune, offices, and then all culture in the bottom. We had skateboard ramps. We have a graffiti yard, just like you guys have a graffiti yard. But we also had skateboard ramps. This reminds me of Peace and Justice Center, like this building here. And it stands for the same thing. Because you got the Youth Justice Coalition. So I really love it here. Like I love this vibe. I love this energy here. I think it's amazing. And I support it 100%.
So let me ask you this: for people who want to see that history, do you have a website up where people can go back and look at some of the things?
Yes,
or?
so this Saturday on YouTube, check out the B-Side show. And we're going to have the 37th anniversary of Radio-Tron at 8 p.m. You can get it on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. But check out the YouTube, and you'll see there, we're going to show a little video documentary with a little bit of the history.
Okay.
But you can go to Radio-Tron on Facebook. We have an Instagram, radiotron.la. So, Google Radio-Tron, and you're
you'll
going to
get
see
it.
like a bunch of documentary. You'll see like just 37 years, bro.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to see a lot of it. Just Google Radio-Tron, you'll see it.
All right, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your
Thank
time,
you,
man.
Beautiful place.